RGBA's Jesse Bam Rodriguez has officially turned into a super flyweight sensation following his stoppage victory this past Saturday over Sor Rungvisai himself. Yes, Sor Rungvisai, aka the Chocolatito Slayer, aka the Rat King himself. Now, Rodriguez delivered a sensational 8th round stoppage at the Techport Arena in his hometown of San Antonio, so he had an amazing homecoming fight. Rodriguez had a magnificent first round. He was looking cautious, but still unafraid of Sor Rungvisai's power. Second round was a little busier for Sor Rungvisai, who did land some punches of his own. And once Jesse went back in the corner, his trainer, Robert Garcia, advised him not to engage with Sor Rungvisai, but instead, use his footwork, use his angles to counter and to beat him to the punch. Throughout the middle of the fight, we could see that Jesse was landing the better of the exchanges, and he was actually doing the smart thing by holding on to Sor Rungvisai momentarily. He wasn't overly grabbing or anything, but he was definitely using the hold method to hold on to Sor Rungvisai and not get caught with some counters. After continuing to take some punishment from the young champion, Sor Rungvisai finally kissed the canvas in the 7th round, coming from a check left hook, and Rodriguez remained the attack with vicious body shots and vicious combinations. The attack continued throughout the 8th assault, where Rodriguez had Rungvisai against the ropes, pummeling away at him until the referee stepped in and waved off the action, which was good because I'm pretty sure Sor Rungvisai was going to go down shortly after if he had it. Bam, of course, celebrated by falling into the canvas and screaming with joy, with Robert Garcia joining him and carrying him up before the young champion went up on the ropes and acknowledged his cheering hometown crowd. Post-fight, Rodriguez said, "My skills proved a point tonight. My team knows what I'm capable of and what I bring to the table. That's why we took the fight." Obviously, now that Bam conquered arguably the hardest hitter of the division, fans, including myself, are salivating over a possible Rodriguez versus Chocolatito matchup. And I hate to be the one to burst some bubbles, but Bam, 1, said he's going down to 112. 2, he shouted out his older brother, Joshua Franco, who's also a champion in the division, and was ready to step in when Chocolatito lost his fight against Estrada, right? When Estrada pulled out of the fight recently, and Julio Cesar Martinez kind of took that place. But Joshua Franco wanted that. So Bam suggested that fight belonged to his brother, Joshua Franco. But most importantly, the third reason, Rodriguez and Gonzalez share the manager, Mr. Honda, who, has done very great things for both of them. And I doubt that Mr. Honda would want both Bam and Chocolatito to face each other right now. And of course, we were coming into this fight thinking, damn, will Bam pull it off? Yes, he did what he did against Cuadras, but Sor Rungvisai is a whole different animal. We saw what he did to the then pound-for-pound best in Chocolatito. Stopped him in his tracks, right? But it's cool to see how much Rodriguez has accomplished just in the first half of 2022. The 22-year-old was crowned officially the youngest world champ in boxing back in February when he landed the WBC strap, defeating Mexican veteran Carlos Cuadras, who's also a former world champion. Though it was impressive as fuck, especially the way Bam used his footwork and angles to drop Cuadras in that bout, a lot of people, including myself, felt that Cuadras was kind of on his way out anyway, and yes, he dropped Estrada in their last fight, but he had been through a lot of battles which we felt that Bam could capitalize on. Though that didn't make the victory for me or a lot of fans any less impressive for Rodriguez. In the post-fight interview this past Saturday, he said, "The Cuadras fight gave me experience and put me here fighting at my hometown in San Antonio. I will do whatever Robert says. I'm a special fighter, not an average fighter, and I'm here to stay." As I previously mentioned, Rodriguez will most likely go down to 112 and try to get a belt there. And then, like he mentioned in his post-fight interview, go back up, only more slowly this time. In his post-fight interview, he also said the plan has been down to go to 112 and win a title there, but I'm open to fighting anyone. I want to keep improving and fighting the best. Every fighter wants to be on that pound-for-pound list, and you get there by fighting the best and beating them. This morning, I also got an email from Matchroom Boxing announcing that Rodriguez officially extended his promotional deal with Matchroom. Though the press release wasn't really specific on how long the deal was or how many fights, it did refer to the contract as long-term. About the signing, Rodriguez said, "I am delighted to sign with Eddie and Matchroom and so excited for the future. Last night, Saturday, was the best night of my career so far, beating a great fighter like Rungvisai in my hometown. But it's only the beginning and there's so much more that I can achieve." And I truly do believe it. Seeing Bam be so special, at such a young age and already a champ and already having his first successful defense against a hard-hitting guy in the division is a lot. To have Cuadras and Sor Rungvisai in your resume at 22 years old with, already winning the champ to defending it against a big threat, that says a lot. We have people online comparing him to Lomachenko, which he, feels whatever about, because in a past interview with me, which you can check out right here, he said that he has his own style, so he doesn't really want to be compared to the likes of Lomachenko because, again, he feels like he has his own style. The first time I ever saw Bam Rodriguez was in the undercard of Jesse Vargas versus Mikey Garcia back in 2020, February 2020 in Frisco, Texas. And I was really impressed by him. But again, we knew that he was coming up, so he was supposed to be doing this. He was supposed to be stopping guys. Last time I saw him was in the Mikey Garcia undercard when he lost against Sander Martin in Fresno, where he looked spectacular. And I know that was the first time he was supposed to get a chance at a belt, but his opponent fell off and he just got to fight whoever, came up, and he had an impressive knockout victory there. So I'm really happy that he got this title opportunity, whether it was 2 weight classes above, but he was able to capture the title and also defend it against, again, un pinche manos de cemento like Sor Rungvisai, right? And even though he doesn't plan to stay at 118, I still feel very excited for him and the lower divisions where he was initially at, and see him gradually gain even more man strength because the kid is 22, right? So he's definitely not even in his prime yet, and he already accomplished this. So it definitely sends a big message to the lower weight classes like, hey, I took the power of this guy who makes motherfuckers puke with his punches inside the ring. So I took him, not only did I take him, but I actually stopped him. So here I come to the lower weight classes, right? That's my analysis. That's my recap. Let me know what you think of the fight, what you thought of Bam Rodriguez. Do you think, some people are already saying they want him on the pound for pound list. Do you want him on the pound for pound list, or you feel still too early? Do you rather he face Estrada? Do you rather he face Chocolatito, or go down and face all those other guys? Oh my God, my shirt is ripped. Anyway, go back down and face other guys in the lower weight classes. This is Xicana Boxing. Let me know what you think. Comment, like, and subscribe.